You guys seen what I have? Well, there's 2 points I want to make, and we were talking off the air. The issue that Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 have had is finding non-flaky musicians, and you've avoided that by importing 2 guys from Massachusetts. So I'm going to take that idea. We're going to have to import people from other states if you want to find non-flaky.
You know what? We ran into the same stuff you did. You spoke earlier. You know, we did the same stuff. And I've always been talking to Mike, even when we were starting off and doing some things. And, you know, it was always my goal to bring in somebody else, and I think Danny agrees to this, that we needed to have that extra guitar player that could take a little bit of heat away from me. I'm doing vocals and leads.
Right.
I needed that other person there. And plus we need the other set of ears and for the development of the songs. And musically, we brought in Michael P. Green. We call him the Gunslinger. Great state of Massachusetts. I've seen it twice. I'll say it 3 times. But I'll tell you what. You know what? It's been great. And then, you know, once things get settled down, you find guys that can't ride the rodeo. You know, can't handle the 8 seconds. But you know what? We found probably the best drummer that for our style of music, for the straight-ahead rock and roll, Andy Kay. He's also from Massachusetts. Won some awards up in Boston for drumming. And we're so proud to have both the guys in the band. Yeah, we argue like cats and dogs, and we argue about this, that, and the other. But at the bottom line, when you come and see a show, it's 110% rock and roll, straight ahead, plug and play. And we're out there to kick you in the teeth and have a good time. It's all about fun, right?
That's it.
It's all about partying. It's all about, you know, we brought our own 12-step program tonight. And we're only on step 5. And I know you brought the Cabo, which you know that is my favorite, margaritas. And I'll tell you, it's all about forgetting all the crap that's been going on. We've talked about some of our symbolic stuff.
Yep.
We are rebels. And rebels in the sense that, you know, we're out there, you know, not conforming to the 40-hour, 80-hour work week. We want everybody to have fun. And we agree with you, too, also. Everybody needs to be safe. Everything's in moderation except a few things that I can not talk about on the air.
Y2Ray?
Other than that, we believe everybody should have a good time. And you know what? There's so much stuff going on. You know, my kid just graduated high school, and now I'm going through that, like, separation phase. I got to work through it.
I actually lucked out in that way. I didn't have any children. I tell everyone I am my only child, except for my 2 dogs.
Would you like to adopt me?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't eat much.
I don't take much maintenance, but the food bill is hell. I'll tell you that right now.
So a better transition could not have been made here tonight. It's 4th of July Eve. You are listening to Rhode Island Free Radio. We are live, and I have Blindside Thunder in studio, and I also have Blindside Thunder queued up for you. So we're going to play Blue Agave right now, and then we're going to come back and we're going to ask them to tell us a little bit about that tune. We are live. We are local. It's Rhode Island Free Radio. And here is some Blindside Thunder.
They like to party, boogie woogie all night.
tuned in to Rhode Island Free Radio, rifreeradio.org. We are, of course, very excited to be live and local with you. Check in with us throughout the broadcast on Twitter, the almighty Twitter, that is. I am at Tony Jones in RI on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Be sure to check out rifreeradio.org. We'd love to hear from you throughout the broadcast. Chuckles the Clown from Chuckles Crypt and George Garner from the Haunted Cabaret coming up for you in just a little while. That's right, when you hear that sound, you know Chuckles the Clown and George Garner are not far away. The two creepiest men in radio today and alternative media. DJ Psycho Eddie is here, My Night Out Radio and MyNightOutRI.com. Edward, good evening.
Good evening.
And we are very excited to be joined in studio live with us by Blindside Thunder. And you just heard Blue Agave, which I'm told has been kind of deleted, has been put on the back burner, has been kicked to the curb, if you will.
Well, if you listen to the story that they tell, and of course, I'm going to take them at face value because
we can't afford those karaoke monitors.
Well, in reality, Johnny didn't write it. He never bothered to memorize it.
He did write it.
Oh, he did write it.
Like on the spot in the studio.
I didn't
Okay.
even. We needed a song. I said, okay.
Okay, the fluff and filler that they were putting on the album just to occupy an extra song slot, they didn't bother to remember because, hell, who's going to want to listen to this crap? And in reality, that turns out to be one of the more popular songs on the album, which they never play because they... Hey, Hootie and the Blowfish, what's the one song that you remember?
I don't even know who Hootie and the Blowfish are. I mean, why would you name your band Blowfish? You guys think about it. Tell me what you think. Call me at 1-800.com.
I think Hootie's a country singer now, too, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Hootie is hooting.
A lot of bands that come out, they have that one fluff filler song on an album. It turns out that's the one that everyone likes, and they're like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna have to play this song for the rest of my flippin' life."
That's what happened with Paranoid, wasn't it?
Paranoid was filler.
Was you guys don't have enough time on the record.
Yeah.
And they wrote it in like 5 minutes.
But
you know what?
That's amazing.
When you're playing something off the cuff, you know, you don't have that filter. Are they going to like it? Are they not going to like it? Let's just throw this out there, see what sticks. And it stuck.
You know what? I'll be totally honest with you. It wasn't for the fact that we don't play it because we've deleted. We've got songs, and we've really run into more of a heavier rock sound with the new album, and just never really homogenized it and put it into the set. Now, that being said, knowing the words to something that I wrote would be probably
That's a
more.
bonus.
That would be a bonus, and not singing the same verse 3 times probably would be more fulfilling for the fans, which has been done live on numerous occasions because of.
It's called a remix.
Well, we remixed it, but we got, like I said, we have the 12-step program before and after, which gives you a 24 segmented program.
Well, if you look at it. When you start that 12-step program, there gets a point where you're playing optimally, and then after that, it's all just a downward spiral.
I have to admit, though, it is hot up there, so the 12-step program actually goes down to 2. And usually I'm really coherent about, like, wow, what's the next word? We've gone on to shows where we've opened up. I know what this opening song is. We do our opening, and I'm looking at the drummer going,
Right.
okay.
What's the first word?
I just give me the first word, just somebody, and nobody, and the crowd. I can't look at the crowd because nobody's bought our album, so it's like that sucks already. So I'm like, they don't know it, I don't know it, and the bass player goes, I don't write lyrics, really, dude. Anybody, somebody,
job.
like. Then I turn around, I'm like, okay, I got the first word, I'm off.
But
and running.
that is much better than, and I've seen bands do it, say, oh, I screwed up, everybody stop. I mean, why?
No.
It's just embarrassing.
No, I've played 7 solos in one song, and forgot that. Wow, this band isn't about me. So I turn around and go.
Every now and then, Andy K will, just throw the drumstick at John's head and say, "Hey, it's about time to get back into the lyrics."
So I mean, No, we haven't gone to that extremes, but it has happened where I've carried it over a measure a little too long because I was kind of into it, and I was into myself.
Yeah, there
happens.
was one time would have a 15-minute solo on Tainted Love.
Yeah, well, that was back in our cover days. I did it 15 minutes.
Well,
yeah, I had nothing else to do.
When you're doing cover bands, and I understand it, cover bands do have their place, and there are some cover bands that are really good. But as a majority, when you exclude a couple of the good ones, the rest of them, not so much.
Most cover bands suck.
Yeah.
we can be honest here. This is a safe space.
I was trying to be a little democratic, a little, soften the blow a little. But yeah, a lot of them just suck. And it's just someone stroking their own ego saying, hey, I could repeat the song someone else wrote.
Well, I'll tell you, I agree with you. I agree with both of you. And the coolest part about it is get out of Rhode Island, go to another state where nobody knows who you are. Nobody. Walk in on a Friday night and earn your respect from that crowd. When you can do that, then you're a musician. Yeah. Because we've gone into places, we're looking at the place going, oh God, they're going to hang him high.
Rosa Villa was one of them.
We went to
play on that stage.
We went to Columbus, Ohio. We went to the Arosa Villa, the final issue that Dimebag Darrell had in Columbus, Ohio, where he was unfortunately killed. We got a chance to play on that stage. We went in there. There was like 10 other bands unloading. And me and Mike were sitting on the stage, kind of right where Dimebag was, and we're like, "Wow, we get a chance to play the big show." And when we got a chance, dude, it was weird. When we took the stage, right before we went on, the owner of the Arosa, who has had bands from Ozzy all the way to Van Halen when they first toured, came up and goes, "Hey, can I introduce you guys?" And I'll tell you what, man, I for that 1 second, it was like, wow, you finally did something that's worth it. I mean, you can look back on this, and this guy who's had everybody in there, everybody, Nickelback, everybody, he wants to introduce your band out of all the other bands that were there that night. And let me tell you what, we wrecked that place. And it was the most exhilarating, most rewarding moment when everybody's cheering. And, if you've been to a Blindside Thunder show, you know that our last song, we go right into the whole entire solo of Freebird. And people in that area,